Hello my friends and welcome to a new video. Today a review of the very interesting TH8S shifter from Thrustmaster. The TH8S is the latest shifter to be added by Thrustmaster after the shiny TH8A, and it doesn't take long to realize that this one might become a very popular choice by many people out there. Starting off with the design, by using the colors black and red on this set, it has about the same effect as racing stripes. It is just such a good color combination and it directly ups the value of the hardware. Mind you, the exterior is completely made out of plastic. It doesn't disturb me really, because the one thing that you actually touch is the shifter knob. And that shifter knob, while also in plastic, it just feels very ergonomic to me when shifting. The design of the knob with its flat white surface on the top is nice to lean your hand palm on when just cruising around in your simulator. The gates of the H patterns have enough spacing and the edges of the gates feel solid when you glide through the gears. There are 7 gears and a reverse gear standard available. Now, I do think that it is really important to have a less expensive option in the range for shifters, especially these Thrustmaster. It can be used on console too if you have a Thrustmaster steering wheel. The connection is done via an included DIN cable to the wheelbase or via a USB-C to USB-A cable. The mechanism itself is very user-friendly, and especially the foolproof slider that prohibits from connecting both cables at once is something I can appreciate. For attachment purposes, there is the built-in clamp. This allows for quick attaching and detaching it. A simple but effective mechanism. A Thrustmaster shifter wouldn't be complete with the hazard warning on it not to put your fingers in the shifter gates when using it. From what I feel, from what I see here for shifting, it is very nice to use. So I have been using it now for this test run, and I haven't misshifted yet. And I also have to say that the sentiment of shifting itself, so the movement that it makes, that it feels like, it feels very lifelike. But it feels very tight to shift, gives a little not force feedback, but a little bit of resistance when you shift. And in general, a very nice feeling to work with. What I also appreciate is that there is the little how should I put it, the little piece of cloth that connects the shifter stick to the base, the rest of the base, so that no dirt can fall in the mechanism. Also something very stupid, but I do think it is necessary. So in all, my experience with this shifter can be considered very positive. I really had a good time with it. It attached without issue to my very thin shifter holder and kept firmly in place while using it. It was instantly recognized in BeamNG, and during the drive I didn't experience any misshifts. There are some things that I do think is a bit less. I haven't seen how you can attach it other than with the provided clamp that is with it. So it just clamps on the shifter holder. It's handy, of course, and it being a shifter, it doesn't have that much of force put on it that it shifts out of its own. But nonetheless, it's a bit of a downside. You could also argue that it lacks some configurability and a sequential mode, but then again, seeing the target group of this shifter, I don't see it as a negative point, but rather something less to break your head about. I have had a lot of criticism on Thrustmaster, but they do provide with some decent hardware. With a price of €70 new, It's certainly not given away, but if you buy this one, you buy it because of its user friendliness and more than decent immersion. This, combined with the compatibility for the shifter on all platforms and the global availability of Thrustmaster, are its major assets. So if you buy a shifter new, I believe this one for console is the best bang for buck. Well, you don't have a lot of choice either, because it's that, or if you have a Fanatec steering wheel, it's the Fanatec shifter, or a Logitech, you have the Logitech shifter. But now for Thrustmaster, you have the choice of 2 different shifters, and this one carries my preference. When it comes to PC, yeah, well, I would recommend it for people that play BeamNG, Truck Simulator, or another game where you just calmly shift and enjoy the ride. For racing games, I can see 2 issues: the mounting with the clamp and the plastic shifter knob that can't be replaced. It still will be a good experience, but perhaps I would go more advising towards the new 2 from SHH. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, my apologies for my again broken voice. Leave a like if you had something from this video and subscribe if you want to see more reviews. I will see you all next video. Bye bye.